Many limitations prevent humans from reaching their full potential, with time being the most significant. To understand time, let us begin with Ella's out-of-body experience.
One summer morning, I woke up into a sound of woodpecker. The forest outside whispered songs across the eons. Birds, trees, wind. I lay wrapped in comfort, pillows beneath me, simply being as I be. With eyes closed, mind steady, I was in total stillness. Then motion. I floated up like a balloon. Not in illusion, not in dream, just flight in air with awakened mind. Gravity seems no longer existed. Oh no, my head will hit the ceiling, my head will hit the ceiling, I whispered. Everything in my room appeared colorless, all in beige and smoke. Matter surrendered. I was filled with curiosity, expected the roof would stop my flight, but not at all. The ceiling was a layer of mist, ripples, waves, soft like water, transparent like veil. I passed through my concrete roof, and my apartment building was nowhere to be seen. Since I still felt my bottom sitting in my bed, here I was sitting in a chair, flying in the air of nowhere. Below it was a strange town of an old age. Large cobblestones paved a street, which was heavily worn, seemed very bumpy. The street was much wider than ours today, at least 5 times. A church spire. Fallen leaves gathered at every corner, dancing in wind. Everything was smoky beige, colorless, timeless. While I wondered, a messenger whispered in my mind, "This is Eastern Europe in the 18th century." The skin could feel a gentle wind of tiny electric needles, poking every pore, thousands of them, which only my mind could distinguish. No hearing, no sight, only sitting on a chair in air. No subjects, only wave in shapes and in motion. A woman in a thick gown and a Gainsborough hat was walking in the street, speaking the bygone era. My feet had to touch her hat, but she could not feel. Then, a man trolling out of woods on my side, he could not see me. I suddenly realized that I had left my body somewhere. A shred of fear passed my mind. "Could you put me back in the room?" I requested with a thought. In a blink zoom, the warmth returned. Birds reclaimed their melody. Trees exhaled. The air moved again. This experience stepped beyond time, beyond number, only frequencies in motion. Past still exists.
Creation is the centerpiece of the universe, and events are how that creation unfolds. More specifically, in what sequence they occur. Time is not the core. Events are. In the energy soup of the cosmos, there is no time, nor it is necessary. Creative consciousness may merge or split based on their intents. Events can happen simultaneously without limit. When you look into night sky, can you tell which star is the first, which is the second? Man needs time because they are individual bodies that can only experience one event at a time. For instance, you cannot cook dinner at home, meanwhile, working in the office. This one after another action is at the core of time. What is time? Time is the sequence of events, labeled by numbers and organized by relativities. It gives structure to experiences, marking a before and after in a continuous flow of happenings. Things unfold one after another. This progression is time. When you think of time, you think of numbers, hours, minutes, years, symbols that divide the infinity into measurable units. Like language, time is a human invention, a conceptual framework designed to create order within the vastness of the universe. It acts as a boundary, narrowing the infinite possibilities of existence into a linear experience that the human mind can grasp. Time allows for focus, choice, and direction. It brings meaning to change, growth, and decay. It helps individuals live stories with beginnings and ends, cause and effect. Beyond its practical use in measurement, time also functions as a shared agreement, a tool for communication and synchronization among human beings navigating the shared reality. Yet in its essence, time is not a fixed entity. It is not found in nature as an object, but as a rhythm, a relationship between events, a mental construct superimposed on the ever-moving present. I will use two scenarios to clarify and enforce this understanding. The first scenario, the cosmic clock. Imagine a giant golden clock floating in the sky, elegant gears ticking in harmony above a turning Earth. Each day, at exactly 7 p.m., Earth turns to reveal the sunset. The sequence appears perfect. But one night, a distant star explodes. The shockwave moves through space and shatters the cosmic clock. Now, here are the questions for you. Will the Earth stop spinning? Will the sunrise fail to arrive just because the clock is gone? No. The Earth is never moved by time. It spins because it is set in motion in creation, maintained by balanced energy. The second scenario, Jimmy and his mother. In a peaceful village, a boy named Jimmy lives with his mother, Annie. She feeds him at the same hours every day, 7 a.m., 12 p.m., and 6 p.m., guided by a cherished watch passed down from her grandmother. One day, the watch stops working, so Annie follows a new rhythm. She feeds Jimmy whenever he is hungry, without worrying about the time. And yet, Jimmy continues to grow, because it is not time that grows him. It is the life energy within, guided by the same universal order that moves stars and planets. Biological development is a result of inner rhythm, not the hands of a clock. The truth about time. Time is nothing but a label that marks the sequence of related events. Without an event, time has no meaning. For instance, you call your friend John, saying to him with an intriguing tone, "Last night at 1 a.m." Guess what? John was not hooked up, for time has no meaning without an event. In the raw state of the universe, creation is governed by the three principles of universal existence and regulated by universal equations. I have had another video talking about the structure of the universe and universal laws. Cosmic events, including Earth, can only occur within these frameworks. Time does not have any impact to those events. The origin of time. Like numbers and spoken language, time was invented by humans to help collaboration. In early days, life followed the rhythm of nature, sunlight, moonlight, seasons. People hunted and slept with no need to count the hours. But as societies grew, so did the need for coordination. When do we meet? When do we plant? When do we celebrate? So someone placed a rod in the center of a circle, and as the sun moved, its shadow crossed the lines. That was the first sundial, the first symbolic timekeeper. From there, clocks and calendars were born, not from universal law, but from human necessity. Time didn't create life. Life created time. Back to Ella's out-of-body experience. Why did she see the stories that occurred a few hundred years ago? Because the events, including shapes and motions, are magnetized electromagnetic fields of the cosmos, regardless past, present, or future. They will eventually become neutral and disappear when people stop recalling them with great emotion. You are free of time limitation. The Earth doesn't need a clock to spin. A child doesn't need an hour to grow. The universe doesn't need your calendar to evolve. Time does not limit you, your mind does. You are able to navigate past, present, and future as you wish. You live in a house, which is highly limited space, but you don't feel constrained because you know that you may get out any time you want. It is the same with time. You are capable of navigating events of the universe. The Earth environment is created and maintained for your ultimate pleasure. Therefore, focus not on time, but a joyful life experience.